Hello everyone. I'm doing a script for this one just because I was a little annoyed by how inarticulate I was last video, so hopefully I won't be too stilted or monotone or something. Um, so, I thought I would do a video about something which I have not seen much discussion of on YouTube, whether or not there is such thing as a self. The self is kind of an elusive concept, but it seems to entail some kind of permanence or essence to a being which lasts over time. It is a thing that makes a person the same person from moment to moment. Now, some people might use the phrase, "I'm not myself today," or I'm a whole new person." But when they say such things, I do not think that they mean that they are a different person, just that they are altered in some way while still being themselves. I'm inclined to believe that we are not the same person over time. I'm a different being than when I began this video. Everything about this body has changed. My consciousness has been altered somewhat. My cells have arranged and rearranged themselves. While I seem quite static, at the quantum level and up, everything about this body is being altered. I've always heard that every 7 years every part of our body has been replaced. How can we be the same being if every part of us has changed? We are completely dependent on the environment around us. If it weren't for the sun, water, earth, my parents, certain constants of physics, each and every factor that went into making the food that I eat, I would not be able to manifest in the way I do. I want to say here that I realize that I'm using language which presupposes something permanent about us over time. Unfortunately, English is a very dualistic language, and it is difficult to escape its limits and still be comprehensible. Just because I do not speak exactly as my views might warrant does not mean that those views are incorrect. It merely means that they are difficult to express. So Locke argued for the self by saying that the consciousness is continuous, even if that he says that the consciousness, because it is continuous, it means that there's something permanent about us. But how can we say that consciousness is permanent in any way? I'm constantly thinking something different, feeling different. My degree of awareness can be severely diminished in sleep or with mind-altering drugs. It would be difficult to find anything which is permanently in our minds through time. So two good examples that really seem to help people grasp the idea of there not being a self are these. So when cookies are made, I take the dough out of the bowl, separate it out, and I place it on the baking sheet. When the cookies get out, they start saying to themselves, "Oh, I'm a separate cookie from all those other cookies. I am my own cookie." That is how humans are. We all arise from carbon and other elements and decide that somehow we are different from all other carbon life forms, even our parents. The second example is that of waves. A wave arises in the ocean, and on its way to the beach, it decides it is a separate wave from all the other waves. It finally hits the beach and sinks back into the ocean. Humans do the same thing. Carl Sagan said that we are all stardust, and it is true. We manifest in certain loose causal nets and are made of the universe around us. We delude ourselves into thinking that we are separate from everything else, that we are individuals. So it's a pretty short video, but the lack of an identity for a being could have severe but interesting effects on political philosophy if it was taken seriously. It would definitely make the libertarian worship of the individual quite problematic. I want to end my video by saying that I completely welcome any and all criticism of my perspective. I understand how easy it is to make mistakes in our thinking, and I'm reminded that this is the case with myself more often than I would like.